Hello everyone, welcome to Deaf Mute Studio. In this knee-jerk spoiler-free review, I'm going to be talking about Prey. It's on Disney Plus, so let's have it. The origin story of the Predator in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago. Naru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. After watching the trailer, I didn't hold out any hope of Prey being any good. It looked like Mary Sue versus Predator. And after watching the film, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Although the lead character of Naru does come across as better than everyone else, it wasn't all that annoying after a while, as she does go through some challenges and becomes more tactical as the film goes on. There was plenty to like about Prey and equally plenty to dislike, but for the most part, I thought it was decent. I wasn't a huge fan of the dialogue, I thought it was a bit clunky. I know there's a Comanche version also available on Disney Plus, and I'd be interested to watch that and compare them, just to see how much the dialogue changes. Also, I think the fact that they've actually done a Comanche version is really cool. I didn't think the characters were all that engaging. I didn't hate any of them, I just thought they were all middle of the road. Which I wasn't really fussed about, because all I wanted from this film was violence, action and suspense, which it achieved. The CGI was overused and at times not great to look at, but I assume the budget wasn't the biggest for Prey, so that's to be expected. But I'd like to see less CGI and more in-camera magic for any future films. The new Predator design I'm 50-50 on, although I like that they were trying something different with this one, but it just didn't seem like a Predator to me. It's an iconic creature which we all love. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I liked how the Predator was more low-tech than previous iterations, but I think it would have been cool if the Predator was stripped of most of its technology to suit the hunting ground more. I think it would have made a more interesting safari for it and us. Despite the film dialing back on the references, especially compared to the sequels before it, it still couldn't help itself with offering up a big old portion of member berries, which I think it would have been a stronger film without. Although for the most part, I do think it's done a pretty good job of standing on its own feet. I like the film's tone, it took itself seriously, it didn't try to be funny, charming, or too clever for its own good like Shane Black's The Predator. I thought the score by Sarah Schachner, apologies if I've butchered the name, which I probably have, was great. Although there were a few references to Alan Silvestri's original music, it pretty much did its own thing, which is what this film needed. I've seen a lot of hype for Prey online, calling it the best Predator since the original, which I think is pretty funny because as much as I like Predator 2 and Predators, they're not great films. So it's a pretty low bar to achieve a silver medal in this franchise. For me, Prey sits comfortably between Predator 2 and Predators. I think the best thing that happened to Prey was it being made after Shane Black's The Predator. Let's face it, to be worse than that film would be depressingly impressive. All in all, I thought Prey was decent. Not nearly as good as the hype is suggesting, but I liked how the film went back to basics, rather than trying to create a cinematic universe, because not all franchises are cut out for that. I'd be happy to watch more Predator films like Prey, with smaller budgets and condensed singular storylines. I think that's the height that this franchise could ever achieve. So if you watch Prey, what do you think? Do you agree with my initial thoughts? Let me know on social media and the comments section below. If you could do me a solid by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'll grow some dreadlocks, tie a crab to me face and hunt smackheads round Bootle. But more importantly, thanks for watching. Ta-da.